Now let's go back to the very big story that we are following here in South Africa. And of course, this is the Marikana commemoration. It's expected to be held in Rustenburg to mark the 12th anniversary of the Marikana Massacre. Widows of the mine workers who were shot and killed, as well as various role players, including religious leaders and some mine representatives, are expected to be a part of the event. Let's cross again to SABC News Reporter Sentleeng Lehihi. Sentleeng, we had great difficulty hearing you in the previous crossing, and it's such an important story. We wanted to hear exactly what you were saying, so I'm going to ask you to pick up right from the beginning. You were giving us a great description back on that day, what happened and where we're at all these years later.
Absolutely, Leanne. Indeed, the sun is rising here at the infamous Marikana Kopi. You'll recall that 12 years ago on this fateful day, 34 mine workers lost their lives. This is following wildcat strikes over minimum wage that was expected to be 12,500 and better living conditions. On the days preceding the killing of the 34 mine workers, we saw 10 people also being killed there, including security guards, police officers, and some mine workers. Many are lamenting that while we see prosecution for the killings that occurred on the days preceding the 34 killings, no one has been prosecuted or brought to book for the killings that happened on this land here. We recall that those 34 mine workers were actually shot with multiple bullets in a ring of fire. And they say that those who survive demand for this day to be recognized as a public holiday in paying homage and commemoration for those who lost their lives. We expect that the program today will start at around 9 o'clock, but we see that those who are going to be coming here are slowly trickling in, and the numbers have not yet gotten to that area. You'll remember that this is a mining town, which is part of the Rustenburg Platinum Belt. This place has billions coming out in mineral resources. But the unfortunate thing is that those who live in this area lament that there have been no socio-economic developments and improvements in their lives. They say that they continue to live in squalor. They have no basic services, including water, electricity, and sanitation. They say that for the minerals that are coming out here, this place should be showing in its wealth and the people who live in it. But instead, many of the people who live here have to deal with the environmental degradation that is caused by the mining activities in this area. They have to deal with continuous dust pollution from the trucks that continue to operate here. But nothing is done to deliver them from the squalor. But let's get back to the fateful day that happened here, August 16, 2012. We're going to be talking to one of the gentlemen who's been working in these mines since the 80s. And he says he recalls that day very vividly. Ntate wa ka ke lebogetse nako ya gago ke go bona wa tumela o tsamaela mo koping o no le ha ka tsatsi le 2012 ntate wa ka o gopolang tota hela
ke ne ke le mona ka letsatsi le la 16 2012 ka strike sene ha se thoma ne ke le mona re bolawa ka setlogo ke maponesa mona ba re lelekisa ka dintja le dipere jale ka nete ke hopola go hloka o kwa bohloko ka letsatsi le no
matshelo a lona tota mogolo wa ka ha e sale le loela dituelo tse di tokahetseng a matshelo mo tirong one tota a tokahetse kgotsa go santse go tshwana hela
ai re bona ho ntso o tshwana tshema ga ho betere ho bana isa le ndate mathuinsa ga mojoina ya ba phetoonyana le hantse ba lwa le yena jwalo ba ba sweu ka bona ba company ene e tingana jwalo
a papa wena jaaka motho o ne itemogetse ditiragalo tseno o santse o tshela gompieno o na le matsadi a botlhoko bo diragetseng a o dumela gore go dirwa go lekane go gopola tsatsi leno kgotsa go na le sengwe gape se nka be se diriwa gore letsatsi leno le ske la bela le balwa go nne le se gopotso gape
a letsatsi leno le kekeng ha ona motho a ka le lebalang go latela mathata a ileng ga kopana le ona ga bona ka matlo
There's a gentleman there who's been working in this mine area since the 80s. He's saying on that fateful day, August 16, 2012, he was here. He was part and parcel of those challenges that were being elaborated by the workers here. He says that, yes, indeed, in terms of the payments that they requested, there have been some significant changes. But overall, the circumstances that they are living under has not changed. While we've seen developments in terms of housing that has been availed to workers, many still remain living in the shacks, living under squalor with no services. Now, as we actually prepare to see those who will be commemorating this day with us,